What's up guys, JV2017 here today bringing you some Titanfall gameplay, and what you're going to be watching is some very, I would just say a very solid all-around gameplay from me, like an attrition match on Outpost 207 I think, but I think this was one of the IMC campaign lobby missions, but that's not really relevant because you know, the only difference between campaign lobby and normal matches in Titanfall is like the little blurbs before and after. Like the guy in the top right, you won't see that in normal multiplayer. You know, all that stuff going on. The story stuff that's really not, I mean, I don't know anybody that's going to be paying attention to any of the story stuff going on in Titanfall. I mean, the campaign lobby is practically not even a, you know, campaign. It's just, like I said, 30 seconds of story before and after, and some in between that probably no one can pay attention to because they're trying to play a multiplayer match. They're trying to be competitive and be good at the game, so it's kind of silly. Anyways, so this commentary is not going to have any, you know, singular focus. I just kind of want to talk about a few things, but the first thing that's on my mind is the fact that this game got delayed on 360, which just blows my mind. I don't know why in the world, you know. So basically what happened is Respawn let another studio work on the 360 version of Titanfall. And, you know, this could be for several reasons. I don't think they've ever come out and said, you know, explicitly why, but I think we can pretty much assume that they wanted to focus on the Xbox One and PC versions of the game, which I'm just going to label as the next-gen versions. I know PC's not next-gen, whatever, but Xbox One definitely is. So those are like the top-of-the-line versions, but, you know, maybe they just wanted to kind of give the resources to the other studio and let them put everything together. I don't know the inner workings of a gaming studio, and I don't know how, you know, the other studio handles it. I don't know if the other studio does get resources, or if they're just, you know, and putting it together, or if they're just porting the game. And I honestly don't think they would have like any issues with releasing a game if all they had to do was port it. And again, I could be wrong. This is merely conjecture, just opinion and what I think might be going on. But I'm really kind of disappointed that this game has been delayed twice on one console. And you may be asking yourself, well, JV, you had this on Xbox One. You're crazy. Why do you care about 360? Well, basically, I want to get this game on 360, and I want to trade it in. I want to trade in my Xbox One version. Reason being is I've kind of realized that, you know, I play Xbox to play games, right? Obviously, that's the thing. But when it comes to multiplayer games, I really don't want to play them and give them a lot of time unless I play with friends. I mean, the people I play with are the reason I play multiplayer games. It really is true. And like, I was never one to play Call of Duty by myself unless I had a friend to play with, you know. And now I won't play Call of Duty because I just don't like the game. I had enough bullshit over the years. But yeah, so that's why I want to get this game on 360. And so I'm just concerned. I'm just concerned in general because, again, if it's just a port, then it shouldn't be worse, right? The game should not be worse than the original. If this other studio actually, you know, was given resources by Respawn, and Respawn and EA said, hey, make this, or maybe it's just EA calling the shots here on that 360 version, but maybe they were like, hey, make this game. You know, put these resources together and make a very similar, if not the same game that we have on our other consoles. Again, we don't know the inner workings of this. Maybe there is information. I'm just talking here. So, yeah. Hopefully we're getting the same game, and hopefully it does not get delayed once again, because that'll just be the worst. And fortunately, there are plenty of games that are out or coming out right now to, you know, quench people's thirst, I guess, especially on the 360. If you haven't gotten it already and you don't have any games to play, and you're like, I have this money to spend, I don't have any games to play, blah, you need to pick up Dark Souls 2. It is I picked it up, and it's just really hard. And I think every gamer needs to play a really hard game, and I think the hard game that makes the most sense for people to play in this day and age are not those old arcade games that were really hard or whatever. It's Dark Souls, and Dark Souls teaches you a lot about patience and just how difficult a game can be. You know, that's what Dark Souls teaches you, but this video is not about Dark Souls. So yeah, in the meantime, I would totally recommend Dark Souls before Titanfall actually comes out on 360. That's, you know, it's plenty of time. It's 2 weeks, and if you play as many games as I do, then that's plenty of time for you for somebody to sink into Dark Souls, which is a game that probably requires more than 2 weeks to fully experience. You know, so anyways, just kind of my 2 cents, 2 thoughts on that. But yeah, again, I chose this gameplay because it was, like I said, all around. I get 15 pilot kills. I guess it's kind of heavy on the pilot kills. And let's see what else. I get 3 Titan kills, which is, you know, probably average. 3 Titan kills a game, I'd say, is probably average. And then, you know, pretty average, fair amount of minion kills, but not too much. I didn't actively seek out minions as much as I probably should have, and as much as I usually do on attrition matches. And then I had about 4 deaths. So all around, pretty solid. You know, like I said, a little more heavy on those pilot kills, but Titanfall is overall a very enjoyable game, and it's a game I actually can play by myself without friends, and that's what I've been doing for the most part. But if I had been playing Titanfall as much as possible since you know, the game came out, I think, when did it come out? Like 9 days ago, I would be probably like Generation 3, I think that's what they call it. I'd probably be the 3rd prestige, or I had 5 deaths in this game. The 3rd prestige in this game, but I'm not. I'm no prestige level 39 still because I haven't played the game in a few days. Of course, I've kind of been busy, you know, recording South Park for you guys, and then also I've been, you know, preparing for my trip that I'm currently on right now as you guys are watching this video, but if you're watching it as it came out. But anyways, yeah, that's basically the end of the gameplay. I know a lot of ranting, but anyways, that is the end. Hope you guys enjoy the gameplay, and stick around for more Titanfall on my channel very, very soon. Talk to you guys later. Peace.